everyone, my name is Eliseo, and I'm going to talk about traveling, healthcare traveling, specifically clinical laboratory science traveling. So I'm a CLS, and I've been a CLS since 2017. I've been working for a while now, and I've been traveling or being a healthcare traveler for the past 2 years now, and I've learned so much throughout these past 2 years that I want to share with you guys what I've learned, and I want to give you 3 tips. By the end of this video, you'll know what to do and what to expect if you're new at this stuff. And if you're already traveling, welcome to this channel. I'm going to be giving you tips or just talking about what I've learned throughout my journey as being a healthcare traveler, so you guys can learn something new or we can learn together. So one of the first things I want to tell you is a budget. Budget out your expenses for traveling to getting to your destination, whether it's airfare or traveling across the country. Calculate your expenses. I didn't do that. I just kind of winged it. At least $3,000. And the reason why I'm saying that amount, you'll probably not use all of it, but you at least have an amount of cushion to use if you need it for any emergencies. So, for instance, I went from Florida to California and I did not drive. I decided to put my vehicle on an 18-wheeler and I flew across the country. Now, everyone knows that taking your car on an 18-wheeler is expensive. It was about $1,500, I believe, and then the airfare was probably $150 or $200. I don't remember the exact numbers, but that's almost $2,000 there. And you also need a budget for the housing, whether you're doing Airbnb or Furnish Finders or any other platform that uses housing for like travelers, like nurses or CLSs or anything like that. Make sure you budget out for all your traveling expenses to get to your destination. That's rule or tip number 1. Tip number 2 is once you find your agency you're going to work with and the recruiter you're going to be with during that assignment, you can ask for housing help. Basically, you can ask them, hey, listen, I don't know where to stay. I don't know where to live for these 13 weeks. Can you please find housing for me? Now, just remember that if you do that option, your housing stipend will be taken away, which is okay because, it's your first time. You're trying to settle in. You're trying to understand how this works. You're trying to understand how the traveling life works. But it's okay if you use this option. They'll find a hotel or a place for you to stay, whether it's furnished, and you're good to go. You just pack your bags. You get to your destination, whether it's a nearby state or across the country. You get into the house and you're good to go for those 13 weeks. You're said and done. You don't have to worry about looking for a home. You don't have to look for or a place to stay for those 13 weeks. They'll help you out. Just remember that some of your stipend for housing will be taken away. That's number 2. You can ask for help with housing. Number 3 is understand how you're going to get paid. A lot of people, at least for me, I wasn't sure how the breakdown of the pay stub was. So there's 3 to consider. There's hourly, there's your housing stipend, your meals. And so that's all like 3 different buckets all in one, and only one of them is taxed. The other one is tax-free. I'll get into another video about more in detail about how that works and how it's tax-free. But in this video, I just want to give you those 3 tips that I want to tell you if you're a brand new traveler getting into this healthcare traveling, to really understand how you're getting paid. You can negotiate and you can ask for more than what they're offering. Now, again, I'll get into more details in another video about how that works, but there are 3 buckets that you have to understand how things work. You'll see it on your check stub, how that works. Your hourly will be maybe like $22, and your housing will be maybe like $1,700, and your meals for the week will be like $300. This is just a ballpark example. These are not exact numbers, but I'm just giving you an idea of how that works. You can get paid more if you work exclusively with an agency that has exclusivity with a hospital. And the reason why you'll get paid more is because there's no middleman. There's no middle person involved, right? So if you have any questions, please leave your comments down below. I would be more than happy to answer any questions. I just want to teach you guys how this works. It's because I was confused 2 years ago on how this stuff worked. And I've been learning so much throughout my time traveling here in California, and I just want to, it's hard finding information online about these things. And if it is, it's not even like that accurate, and it's not like, or maybe the person sharing information is not even a traveler themselves. They heard it from someone else and they're just sharing information. But I'm a traveler myself. I've been on this for 2 years now, and I've learned so much. I've talked to other travelers, and I've talked to other recruiters about how things work, and reimbursements and all this other stuff that I didn't know when I first started, and now I know about all these things. So if you're a full-time employee and you want to become a traveler, and you have any questions, ask me down below. Subscribe and like this video, because I'll be posting much more videos on this topic, because there's not really much information out there, and I want to make sure that you guys are learning, and as we learn every single day, we can improve and make sure we find the best place to work at. So stay tuned, and make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and put the bell, so every time I come out with a new information, you know exactly what to look for. Take care.